One of the things that also people don't realize is around the world, let's say you're in the Philippines or in Nigeria, wherever you are, you don't get access to the same kind of investment products. You can't invest in Tesla, for example. You can't invest in Apple. You're restricted in what you can do. But here is the world's first globally homogenous asset that is fractionizable. So whatever your wage is, you can put 10% in. And that's kind of a game changer because it's investing in this new infrastructure of the internet, and it's available to everybody.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In today's video, Raoul Pal talks to Richard Teng, CEO of Binance, one of the biggest crypto players in the world. Today they dive deep into the past, present, and future of crypto, how Binance continues to evolve, where the digital asset space is headed next, and more.
One of the things that really struck it home for me is I get my hair cut by some Filipino guys here in the Cayman Islands, and they're all crypto junkies. And I'm like, why are you guys all crypto junkies? They're like, well, we just send remittances home to our families via stablecoins. Then we open a Binance account. Before you know it, we're trading crypto, and it's kind of a life-changing opportunity for us. I'm like, okay, yeah, it really, it has that duality. One is the ability to move money around for people who don't get access to dollars. I mean, this is a fractionalized euro-dollar market, the stablecoin market. And so if you're in the Philippines or India or wherever, your access to dollars is actually very limited. But here you get the access to the dollar system, but in addition, you also get the investment opportunities as well of the space. It's super interesting. So I run also one of my other jobs is I founded an asset management company. It's a crypto fund of hedge funds. So we invest in crypto hedge funds, and it's basically for institutions and family offices. Institutions are still slow. The US is still slow. The UK's behind, Europe and Switzerland a bit. It's not really yet. I don't see a lot of institutional adoption. It's coming, but they're kind of doing the work, I think, is the main message.
That's right. So what we are seeing a lot more are the traditional houses, trading houses, as adding crypto desks. Right?
Yeah.
That we are seeing a lot more. We are also seeing, the family offices doing...
Family offices are huge in this space, I think.
That's right. Doing increased allocation into this space, and that's exciting, right? So it will count. It will take a bit of time, because if you're talking about the sovereign wealth, you're talking about the big institutions, the endowments, normally they have a process, and that process takes a pretty long time jumping through the hoops and the hurdles and getting everyone on board to be aligned. It takes a bit of time.
Yeah, while family offices, if the family office principal decides to pull the trigger, they can do it immediately. So, I see a lot of family office activity. If I think of the largest pool of kind of professionally managed capital outside of the big trading shops in crypto, it's really the family offices. Even when I look at the VC market, it's basically funded by the family offices.
Yes. So they are coming in a big way. And I think with that, once the institutions are getting much more comfortable after their due diligence, I do think that they will be the next big wave.
Former United States President and current Republican Party candidate Donald Trump announced his intent to make the United States the crypto capital of the world if he wins November's presidential election. After taking the stage an hour late, Trump addressed the crowd at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Tennessee. Trump said he greatly respected the Bitcoin community, and that this is like the steel industry when it was young. He also predicted that one day Bitcoin would overtake gold, stating, "Bitcoin is not just a marvel of technology, as you know, it's a miracle of cooperation and human achievement." Trump quickly shifted to criticizing his political rival, saying, "I've got a low IQ opponent. I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about her," seemingly referring to presumptive Democratic Party nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. The former president then pivoted to the rhetoric surrounding the energy used by Bitcoin and artificial intelligence and promised to use fossil fuels to create so much electricity that you'll be saying, "Please, President Sir, we have too much electricity." He also reiterated plans to roll back federal incentives for electric vehicle and charging station manufacturers. Trump mentioned that he believes he would be a strong candidate for the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin communities. He emphasized to the crowd that, if elected, they would be very pleased with his performance. He then encouraged the audience to express their gratitude for the work he anticipated doing. If crypto is going to define the future, it's going to be mined, minted, and made in America. If Bitcoin is going to the moon, as they say, I want to be America that sends it there. In contrast, Edward Snowden was one of the speakers who had been most watched at the previous day's events on July 26. His message differed entirely from the parade of incumbent politicos and hopeful U.S. congressional candidates sprinkled throughout the event. Rather than promoting Bitcoin as a political tool, Snowden warned people to cast a vote, but don't join a cult. The gist of his speech was the warning that politicians who support Bitcoin and cryptocurrency solely as part of a party agenda for the purpose of courting voters were not our tribe. Snowden, speaking softly throughout his talk, added that the cryptocurrency community should remain wary. Try to get what you need from them, but don't give yourself to them, even if you have to vote for them.
And for me, even at a broader level, something we talked about, as this whole industry grows, you've got an ability to create enormous wealth on a distributed basis to all sorts of people who are not included. My personal view is this industry goes from a $2.5 trillion industry today and probably hits about 100 trillion by about 2032 or so. That's just extrapolating the normal adoption curve, not doing anything crazy. That growth from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion would be the fastest, largest accumulation of wealth in all human history. But for once, it's in the hands of the many. This was a retail revolution. The retail front-ran the institutions. So people have this once-in-a-lifetime chance where to invest in this infrastructure layer of the internet and have an ownership of it. And that is incredibly egalitarian and democratic in ways that the financial system has not been.
Yes. As you so elegantly put it, right? This is the only asset class where the retail has front-run the institution. All the asset class is the institution that adopted and then try to sell it to the retail, right? So this is a fascinating industry to watch. And I've seen crypto, I've traveled the world quite extensively. I've seen crypto changes the life of so many people and so many people to come. And that is part of the excitement for me as well.
I get stopped everywhere in the world that I travel and people say, thank you for changing my life. It's not me, I didn't change it. Crypto changed people's lives. It literally has done. I think all of us can take away some pride in the small part we all play in that journey of changing lives. So that's the bigger thing. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning and makes me think, you know what, this is a really exciting thing. And also just the cool people in the space. It's just a really good industry.
That's true. We have a lot of very good, cool people in this space. And that's part of the fun of this industry.
A Bitcoin analyst thinks spot Ethereum exchange-traded funds, ETF, may have launched too early and could threaten Bitcoin's price if no new capital enters the market. It would have been better to only have the BTC ETF in 2024, Capriole Investments founder Charles Edwards told Cointelegraph. He argues that the new Ethereum ETF will only distract investors who have been invested in Bitcoin. Current BTC ETF holders at the institutional level likely think they should diversify a little and buy the Ethereum ETF. Without new flows in the whole market, this creates sell pressure on Bitcoin, Edwards argued. Since spot Bitcoin ETF launched on January 11, approximately $17.53 billion has flowed into the 11 products, according to Farsight Investors data. Since Ethereum ETF launched on July 23, Bitcoin's dominance has remained fairly stable, up 0.07% over the past 24 hours, according to TradingView data. While spot Bitcoin ETF recorded net outflows of $78 million on July 23, the debut trading day of spot Ethereum ETF, the following 2 days have seen inflows of $44.5 million and $31.1 million, respectively. Still, Edwards believes that launching an Ethereum ETF into a somewhat weak market, or definitely not a strong one, means there is uncertainty about capital allocation. He also foresees no strong catalysts in the near term for large price appreciation. At the time of publication, Ethereum's price has dropped 9.2% since spot Ethereum ETF launched on July 23, trading at $3,178, according to CoinMarketCap data. Ethereum's value has declined slightly more against Bitcoin, dipping 10.4% since July 18. However, other crypto analysts agree with Edwards that this could look very different in a few weeks. As with Bitcoin, the start of trading of spot Ethereum ETF seems to have been a sell the news event. CryptoPoint head of research Julia Moreno wrote in a July 25X post. Also similar to Bitcoin, analysts blame the Grayscale Ethereum Trust for the price decline. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.